What's up, YouTube? It is your boy B3. We're back with another Toku King video. Watch this till the end before you comment. It might not be what you expect. I'm not saying it's clickbait, because I am legitimately answering this question that some of you may have been thinking, and I've been wondering on it myself. Is Toku King canceled? The answer is sort of. Let me say what I need to say here. Toku King was originally supposed to be a live-action web series. The episodes weren't going to be very long, and it was just going to be this little thing. And for the purpose of saving, it was supposed to be an homage series in the first place, but for the purpose of saving money and not planning to profit off of it at all, I was like, oh, I'll just use all my tokusatsu, role play toys and stuff. Like I have a few Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Power Rangers role play toys, and I've got some like legit Power Rangers weapon replicas as well, and I was going to use those in the show. So one cool thing in the Toku King show was that I was just going to kind of use the toys I already had as the weapons. So every one of the weapons that he uses from another tokusatsu franchise in the show is actually one that I have a replica of, which is very fun. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. I couldn't raise enough money for that. One of the main suit actor fell into alcoholism. Another one of the main actors kind of just ghosted me right when we were getting ready to film episode 1. I pretty much had enough money just for the first episode, and I was like, maybe I can fund it episode by episode. I tried to fund the entire first season at once, which was a bad idea. I should have just funded a pilot, all things considered. But I did raise enough for the first episode, because once again, I had a lot of the materials, and I was more than willing to spend out of pocket for it. But the show just didn't work out. And also, I live in like the rural South. And the only time anyone had time to film was summer, when it was incredibly dangerous to be suit acting like that. Because I even had a couple of the monster suits ready to go and everything. It just did not work out, sadly. So I decided, hey, let's make it an audio drama. Because I love audio drama. I actually really love audiobooks and audio dramas. I actually listen to more audiobooks and stuff than I do watch TV today. I'm currently more into audiobooks than I am actual television. I really love that format because it's something I don't have to be visually invested in, as well as in an auditory sense. Like I can do my household chores and run errands and stuff all while listening to it. I can still be productive and absorb media. I really like it. So I was like, let's make it an audio drama. And I'm not taking the episodes down, but I have to say this almost certainly is the end of the audio drama. I am sorry. I apologize for this. There have been a lot of issues with the audio drama. I actually had ideas for several female characters, couldn't really get female voices. I had one friend who was like, I'll do a female voice, because there are people on Fiverr and stuff, but no one really seemed interested in the project. I don't know. Because I would go to Fiverr, because Fiverr, lots of people in there, the amateur, they're very affordable. The people who are trying to break into the biz, they're very affordable for projects. And I was like, Yeah, I could use them. The episodes aren't very long. The seasons aren't very long. I could afford Fiverr actors, and it still just didn't work out. Uh, there was a lot going on, and I couldn't get it done. Our editor just kind of had his own life and couldn't edit anymore, and I just can't. I'm bad at that. I'm really bad at editing. I'm not gonna lie. No, you'll notice this is all one take. uh, I'm just terrible at editing, especially audio. Video, I'm okay. Audio, terrible. Uh, and then just the people that were acting in it didn't want to, stick with it. And recasting in a TV show, I feel like is actually kind of fine. But there's part of me that's like, recasting for an audio drama, if you can't find someone that can kind of do a similar voice, it seems like it would be confusing. You know what I mean? It seems like it would be more confusing in an audio drama if you're just suddenly hearing a different voice and you're like, who is that? And then it's just one of the characters from the other seasons and they sounded different. But yeah, as I was writing, I was adding more and more different types of characters and stuff, and I can do a lot of different voices. Every voice in season 1 is me. Every single one. But I had a lot of female characters and characters of different ethnicities and stuff, and I didn't want to voice the female characters or characters of other ethnicities. So I was like, I can't keep this up. I can't keep this up. But that does not mean Toku King is dead. So another thing about Toku King is it never turned a profit because it legally couldn't. If not, this is Black Panther, if you're wondering. Because it just legally couldn't. Because I was using, it had references to Power Rangers and Kamen Rider, and not like, that's a cute little nod to Kamen Rider. No, it was like, oh, hey, this Spark doll that you're using is straight up the one from Ultraman X. And it's like, oh, okay. So, that went down, and I just really felt like it, almost wasn't worth all the time and effort and stress. And yes, it's like, at what point, because everyone's always like, oh, people stop caring about art when money's involved, and that's just not the case. Art is incredibly expensive to make a lot of the time, and it takes a lot of time to do. I put a lot of time into this stuff, and it doesn't, it's hard. It's hard having these hobbies, you have to live too. I actually did just get a new job, though. You'll hear about that soon. But, so I'm ending the audio drama because with all the stuff that I'm having to go through for it, I've been trying since the most recent episode, I've every week been trying to work on it. And it has been a long time. That's how invested into Toku King I am. Season 2 of Toku King is, in my mind, probably the best thing I have ever written in my entire life. It is so good. I have to put it out there. So what I'm going to do is just change it. It's not canceled. The show is canceled, and the audio drama is almost certainly canceled. But Toku King is not canceled. Toku King will live. In fact, Toku King will almost certainly become better for the change it's about to go through. I'm going to do the same thing with Toku King that I'm going to do with Safari Sam and the Adventures of Dr. Scientist. If you don't know, Safari Sam is a web series I have where I kind of do a Steve Irwin impression, but he's like the opposite of Steve Irwin. Like, he doesn't know anything about animals, and he's not charming, and etc. and not a good person or successful. He's so, and it's just a big comedy, like nature documentary parody, and they were relatively popular. My friends, a lot of the time, just don't really care about my videos. I'm not gonna lie. Most of my friends are like, we'll watch the ones we're in, but I mean, outside of that, like we're not big into Godzilla and stuff, so they don't watch G&G or Godzilla toy and comic reviews and stuff. But Safari Sam, they loved it. Everybody loved Safari Sam. I get asked a lot if Safari Sam is going to get made again. I do want to make more episodes of Safari Sam, but I had an idea for a Safari Sam movie a while back. That is now, you guessed it, a book. Safari Sam is getting a book after I finish All Dinosaurs Go to Hell. And I'm doing the same thing with The Adventures of Dr. Scientist. The Adventures of Dr. Scientist was supposed to be a series of short films. Both The Robot Walks, which was the second short film, I don't know why I said it first, and Terror of the Mutant, which was the first, they are both going to get book adaptations, and then I'm going to continue the series via books because I could not get the next short film, Night of the Barn Beast, off the ground. And that's it. Toku King is going to be books. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I think what I'm going to do is make seasons 1 and 2 a single book. Because season 1, maybe they'll just be small books, not full. They'll probably just be small books and not full novels, just little novellas. Because part of me wants to combine seasons 1 and 2, because season 1 is kind of episodic, and as the book, that might not go over as well. Because, like, you remember the first few episodes of Toku King are just fight the kaiju or kaijin, get the relic, it's over. And then the last episode that there was, he faced like the big bad of the season. And then after that, there was going to be an episode that was him talking to a new character. And then the last episode was going to be final battle with the villain. And then I'm not going to give you any hints as to season 2 because it's absolutely, I love it way too much to spoil it. Not that I felt like I just spoiled anything. I feel like if you're watching this, you've watched Toku King. Like, I don't think anyone clicked on a video called "Is Toku King Canceled?" Without watching Toku King, or listening, I suppose, to Toku King. So I'm going to leave Toku King up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everything. And I'm going to leave it up on YouTube. Toku King is going to stay live, the audio drama. You can still listen to it. Just know there will probably not be new episodes of the audio drama because I'm just going to make it a book, right? It's one of the many book projects I have lined up. The reason I have so many books lined up to make is simply because I have fucking... It's just simply because I have all these ideas for videos, and I've been trying to get them made for years, and I could just never do it. Mostly because of budget. Because I'm the type of person that wants to pay artists, you know? The book cover for... All Dinosaurs Go to Hell it's already made. I've shown it off on Patreon. It was already revealed on Patreon, nowhere else, though. And it's like, hey, let me pay you for this book cover. Like, immediately before they even started work on the cover, I was like, how much would it be for an ebook cover, you know? And you know, my friend, this is a personal friend of mine, but they're also a professional artist, Eddie Chang. They were like, oh, it'd probably cost about this much, blah, blah, blah. And then they told me that they would do it for free. I offered to pay them several times, but they did it for free because I told them what I wanted, and they were like, oh, yeah, that's like a 10-minute Photoshop job. I could do that without any effort because he is like the god of Photoshop. and he can draw and paint. He's so talented. And he was like, oh yeah, if I'm just photoshopping, I'll just do it for you and you can give me a copy of the book, which I really appreciated. I did try to pay him, and I still would have given him a copy of the book and paid him, but he's just such a nice guy. Really love you, Eddie. Thank you so much. Good fella. Haven't seen him in a while. That Delta variant needs to go away so I can see my buds. But that is it. Toku King is simply going to now be a book series. Ta-da! So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't worry, you're gonna have more Toku King in the future. You know, I can't give you an estimate on when it's gonna be. My book schedule right now is Finish All Dinosaurs Go to Hell, which is gonna be probably the biggest book I've ever written. It's coming along extremely well. I'm extremely proud of it. It might even, by the end of it, it might even surpass season 2 of Toku King for what I consider the best thing I've ever written. Who knows? I think you'll all really love it. Lots of dinosaurs and theology and stuff. And then the book after that will probably be the book adaptation of Terror of the Mutant, which won't take me long to do. It'll be a short story. I could probably knock it out in a day. Well, I could probably knock the first draft out in a day. A day where I'm not working. I got 2 jobs now. I got a new job. I'll make a video about that at some point. But, you know, it's we're living that sweet loco life. And then the book after that will probably be Toku King, quote unquote, season 1. I don't want to call it season 1. I think I'll just call it Toku King, and then the next book will be called like Toku King something, and it'll have a subtitle. But that's it. So that's what's happened with Toku King. I'm sorry it took me this long to figure out what to do with it. I just really was loving the audio drama format, but I'm just switching to books. That doesn't mean you're not going to get scripted YouTube videos anymore. You're still going to get G&G. Ultra Kaiju Brothers one day. I'm so sorry about that one. I just honestly don't know how to get to the ending. I might have to change the ending because I honestly just don't know how to get there. I've had this writer's block for like years. I honestly don't know what to do with Ultra Kaiju Brothers. You'll get more Ask G&G when I... Okay, so here's the thing. I may not know where the junior figure is, which is kind of maybe why there's no Gigan Rants or Ask G&G, because I kind of don't know what happened to it. It's just straight up gone. I have no clue what happened. But if I can't find it, I'll buy another one. It's been reissued multiple times, so I could probably get it for a fair price. I think it's even a Japanese version. Like where the Bandai America sculpt was released in Japan. You're still gonna get Safari Sam when I can get access to animals. That's another reason Safari Sam is becoming a book series. You're still gonna get scripted content. I'm not really gonna be making anything less than I was already regularly making. Everything is okay. The channel, I'm not giving up on the channel to work on books. In fact, the channel is going to be my main advertising for the books. If anything, I have to make more videos. Like, see, I got to review that. I got to review the film these posters are from on the second channel. But yeah, if you want to support us in these endeavors, help us get more stuff made, you can support us on Patreon at B3 Productions. There's hundreds and hundreds of posts of exclusive content on there. And you're going to get, there's a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, memes, exclusive videos, our stream archive from Twitch. The YouTube streams are still live. I know I'm saying a bunch of update stuff here at the end, but the moral of the story is I'm focusing on books, yeah. Some series that I can't afford to make or don't have the time to make, or that I just don't have the assets to make, they are maybe getting turned to books. But as of now, the only things getting turned to books entirely are Toku King and the Adventures of Dr. Scientist. But Safari Sam isn't being canceled. Safari Sam isn't converting completely to books. Safari Sam's going to get one book, more than likely, unless I have an idea for a second one, but I kind of doubt I will. Safari Sam's just going to get one book that basically adapts the movie idea I had for Safari Sam. It's not going to... Safari Sam is still going to get made if I can make it. Okay? I still have the Atlanta Zoo and aquarium that I can go to make Safari Sam, even though I don't really like how the aquarium treats its animals, I'm not going to lie. But I can criticize them in the video. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. There's more Toku King coming. You are going to have to wait a little bit longer, but it's coming. So that's it. Thank you all once again. I'll probably see you all next time.